Welcome to the Breakup Recovery Podcasts by your host, Barbara Stevens. Discover the wisdom and remarkable insights of Barbara Stevens, breakup recovery mentor, author, and public speaker. Barbara offers programs and solutions for any breakup so you can turn your life around, create lasting changes for the better, and embrace life again.
Hello and welcome to my podcast, Breakup Recovery. This is episode number 010, Staying Well. In this episode, Staying Well, I will talk about the effects on your mind and your body if you allow yourself to become unhealthy, eat fast foods, not partaking in physical activities, and the repercussions that has on your overall health and vitality. If you are feeling lethargic and have low energy levels, trouble sleeping, depression, anxiety, and disease, I will give you some ideas and strategies you can put into action to help you feel better during this difficult time after your breakup. It's never easy when a relationship ends. Breakups can change your life and cause pain and distress. Recovering from a breakup is difficult, but it can be made much easier if you stay well and look after yourself during this process. It can be easy to let yourself go and indulge in unhealthy habits, eating food high in sugar and fat, drinking too much alcohol, and not getting enough exercise or sleep. As we all know, exercising, eating well, and generally keeping on top of everything health-wise will help you to not only live longer, but to avoid disease and illnesses, something that will definitely slow up the process of you getting over your breakup and living the life you want to live. Staying well will help you to rebuild your life and give you the strength to focus on your future. I know when I went through my divorce, the last thing I wanted to do was get out of my pajamas and out into the world and to exercise. I certainly had no energy, and getting out of my comfort zone, which happened to be the couch, was not an idea I entertained at all. I had a friend that would keep making these arrangements for me to walk with her after work each day. I dreaded taking her calls and even thought of ignoring them, but I knew that wouldn't work because she knew where I lived and worked, and she had the tracking abilities similar to a beagle. So I felt no place was safe for me to hide from her and her annoying requests for me to keep her company on her walks. I knew if I ignored her requests, she would be on my doorstep and would not hesitate to drag me off that couch no matter what I was wearing. So I relented and went on her silly walks. I must say I didn't enjoy them at first, and I am sure all I talked about was my breakup. But after a few weeks I started to look forward to meeting up. I still kept on about my breakup, which must have driven her to early deafness. And after a month or so, I was the one making the arrangements to meet up for walking. I was starting to enjoy life again. There is something about being in the outdoors, amongst nature, that often lightens your mood. Walking amongst the flowers, the trees, and seeing nature, the birds, the butterflies. It's hard to be feeling down and out when you're looking at the beauty that Mother Nature has to offer. Another fact in favour of exercise is that exercise stimulates and releases feel-good endorphins that not only make you feel better but also increases your energy levels. In addition to keeping you looking good, physical activity also helps you to clear your mind and assist you in making positive choices and better decisions. To maintain a healthy body, experts recommend at least 30 minutes of moderate physical activity a day. These activities don't have to be strenuous ones and can include walking, bike riding, swimming, yoga, surfing, golf, etc. Any activity that gets you off that couch and out of your home is a good thing. It is important for you to choose an activity that you find fun, one that you could enjoy doing and suits your lifestyle. Do you prefer your activity to be organised with a set day and time so it's easy to make the commitment to attend, or a more casual spur-of-the-moment type where you go for a walk if the weather is perfect? Do you want to be with friends or a group, Or would you prefer to be on your own? Do you like the outdoors or the indoors? There are pros and cons for all of these decisions. Make sure that you have the right gear for the exercise you are doing. This includes wearing the correct shoes for your activity, a supportive sports bra, comfortable clothing, a hat and sunscreen if you are exercising outdoors. You could make it fun and listen to music when you are running or walking if you are on your own. You could rent or buy a DVD for a particular exercise routine you want to do. It's cheaper than attending classes or joining a gym, and you can do the workout whenever you want. I know it's easy to commit to exercise the day before, but when you wake up the next day, that commitment can go out the door. You think of every excuse under the sun to stay in bed. So try this tip I use. Decide on what you're going to wear, and the night before, put your workout gear beside your bed, ready for when you wake up in the morning. It makes it a little bit harder to listen to your excuses when your workout gear is in front of you. I've made all the excuses myself. I don't have enough time. Exercise is boring. I'm too unfit. I'll never keep up. So start simple. If you are starting from scratch, slowly bring activity into your day. You can break your activities into 3 by 10 minute sessions or 2 by 15-minute sessions. Exercise in your lunch break. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. If you catch public transport, get off at the stop before and walk the rest of the way. Cycle to the shops instead of driving. Do some push-ups or stretching during the ad breaks when you're watching TV. All of these help to add up to the amount of physical activity you do each day. I'm a visual person, and if you're like me, it's a good idea to plan your week. I have a diary that has the whole week displayed when I open a page. I write on each day the activity I'm going to do. Because I'm a morning person, I like to do my exercise first up. I mix the type of exercise I do. I start my week with a circuit class. It always helps to start the week with a group commitment. I do Pilates, a PT session, a few walks, restorative yoga, and sometimes 9 holes of golf. And I swim a few times a week. So I mix it up with activities that are done by myself, in a group, and with a partner. It works for me. Of course, see your doctor for advice, support, and a medical checkup before you start any new physical activity program. This is particularly important if you are over 40 years of age, overweight, haven't exercised in a long time, or suffer from a chronic medical condition. Enjoyment is the key to maintaining an exercise program. Some of the benefits of exercising are increased flexibility, reduces the risk of injury, increased muscle strength and insulin sensitivity, prolongs life, improves balance and coordination, strengthens immune system and bones, improves focus and keeps your brain sharp. You sleep better, get sick less, and exercise reduces aches and pains. So if you have a friend like mine that is nagging you to join them, bite the bullet. Even though it might be the last thing you want to do it. It's better than staying on that couch, feeling miserable and sorry for yourself. Next, I want to talk about food. How easy is it to grab the fast food menu off the fridge, then to think about, shop, and then cook yourself a meal when you come home from work? But often, fast foods contain way too many calories, sometimes your whole day's allowance in one meal, and very little nutritional value. The food is generally highly processed and has large amounts of carbohydrates, added sugar, unhealthy fats, and salt. While some people reach for the comfort of food during times of a breakup, I was the opposite. I had absolutely no appetite. On the bright side, it was one of the best weight loss systems I have ever experienced, but not in a healthy way, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Either way, reaching for comfort food or not eating can be detrimental to your health. When you have first broken up, it's very easy to want to grab the Tim Tams, eat chips that are high in salt, and finish off with ice cream that has its listed ingredients that are either unpronounceable or just numbers. The types of food that you consume can make a difference to your mental and physical health. Eating well means having a variety of healthy foods in your diet. These can include consuming plenty of fruit and vegetables, lean meat, chicken or fish, cereals like bread, rice and pasta, dairy products, and water for hydration. I think we have all seen the food pyramid and know what food we should be eating so that we can maintain a balanced diet. It's easy to know all of this, but it's also a matter of taking the time to shop for the food and preparing enjoyable culinary delights at mealtimes. We all think on some level that we have a balanced diet and we eat the right foods and drink enough water. But it isn't until you write down everything you are consuming in a week that you truly know if you are on the right track in terms of eating and drinking habits. I would like you to make a commitment to write down everything that you consume in a week and see if what you think and what you actually do are the same thing. So I've set you some homework for you to complete. Start a chart, something like this. Have 7 columns for the 7 days of the week, starting with Monday through to Sunday. Under each day, have 7 lines. 1 for breakfast, a snack, lunch, a snack, dinner, snack, and the last one water. Write down everything that you are eating and the water that you drink each day, and do it for a week. It's not something that you have to share with anyone else. It's more of an awareness thing for you, so that you can make the necessary adjustments to your diet if you find something lacking, or you're eating too much of the wrong foods, or not drinking enough water. Changing your bad habits will ultimately prevent illness and disease, something that you don't want in your life. So take the 1 week challenge and write down everything that you eat and drink and see how you fare. It will be worth it. It's easy to lose the passion for healthy food when you are cooking for one. Keep plenty of fresh herbs and spices in your kitchen to spice things up. It's amazing what a sprinkling of herbs or a dash of chili can do to liven up your meal. Experiment and see what you can come up with. YouTube and Facebook are great for cooking ideas, as there seems to be so much to look up in terms of recipes. There are some great communities out there with so many ideas. If you're anything like me, it's hard to avoid the 3 p.m. stomach rumble, and so easy to fill that void with high-calorie, high-sugar snacks. Vending machines are full of tempting junk food. Replace these foods from home, such as fruit, dips, cut-up vegetables, or brew some herbal tea, or eat some raw and unsalted nuts. Shop for groceries when you have a full stomach. If you go shopping when you are hungry, you are more likely to purchase convenient type foods. I've been guilty of doing this, popping into the shops just before lunch, and have come away with mostly types of convenient food and stuff that was never on my list, just because I was hungry. There are so many free apps on iTunes these days that are designed to boost your health and fitness. There are apps for counting calories so that you know how many you are consuming every meal and throughout the day. There are apps that help you plan healthy meal options for the week and give you the list of ingredients you need to shop for. There are apps for all sorts of fitness that use GPS tracking so you can keep tabs on how far you have run or walked, your speed and calories burnt, so help is only an app away. You can place a step counter on your belt or use a Fitbit. It is recommended that you take 10,000 steps to maintain your weight and to get fit. Knowing you are unhealthy can affect your mood. The more unfit you are, the lower your energy levels are. The less energy you have, the less things you can do. And when this happens, you can feel that you are losing control over your life. Healing is gradual, so be patient and allow yourself the time it takes to get back on track. Take control of your health. Muster up the strength to go from the couch to the gym. Start making healthy choices when it comes to the food that you eat and see what difference it makes to your life. The affirmation I would like to share with you for this episode, Staying Well, is: I am now ready to start looking after my mind and body and nourish and support myself with positive and loving thoughts. Change the words to make it true for you if you need to. So to recap this episode, Staying Well, I talked about how easy it is to fall into the trap of eating in unhealthy ways when you have been through your breakup, reaching for foods that are convenient and easy to get your hands on. However, these foods are often high in fat, salt and sugar. The fast food leaflets become the first thing you reach for when mealtime comes around, and sitting down to eat a bag of chips or pizza followed by something sweet seems a much easier option than getting up and going to the store and shopping for healthy foods for your meals. However, this cannot continue for very long if you want to get over your breakup and move forward with your life. Making the time to shop for healthy options and preparing nourishing and nutritious meals is essential if you are going to rebuild your life and get the results you deserve. I gave you a task that I think is very important. Most of us are good at fooling ourselves into thinking that we eat well. It's not until you actually write down everything that you eat and drink during the week that you get the true picture. Now, this exercise is just for your eyes only. It's an exercise that will only work if you are truthful to yourself, and you are the only one that can benefit from it. So I am hoping you will write down everything that you are eating and drinking for 1 week. And after that week ends, look back on what you have written down and see the areas that you can improve. I'm not saying that you have to go out and completely change your diet the very next day, but make small changes each week. So if you found that you are not drinking enough water, make a conscious effort the next week to fill up the number of water bottles you need to consume for the day and make sure you drink the water. Maybe the next week you could change something else on the list that you weren't happy with. Do it gradually over a number of weeks and see how you feel after you've changed some of the things that need to be changed. I'm sure you will have more energy, start to feel better about yourself, and generally change the way you look at the world. I also talked about the importance of making the time to exercise, how it stimulates and releases feel-good endorphins that not only make you feel better, but also increase your energy levels. The thought of getting fit may seem daunting, but start slowly and find physical activities you enjoy doing, so you will stick with them for the long term. Making these lifestyle changes can prevent heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, some lung disease, osteoporosis, and lowers cholesterol, encourages healthy joints and strong bones, and allows you to enjoy life more. And the last thing I'd like to say is, be gentle on yourself. You deserve happiness.
If you would like to hear previous Breakup Recovery podcasts, visit barbarastevens.com.au. Connect with Barbara Stevens on social media with Barbara Stevens Breakup Recovery Mentor on Facebook and at You'll Be Okay on Twitter. Read further blogs, view webinar replays, and download your free ebook, 3 Easy Steps to Surviving Your Breakup, and much more at barbarastevens.com.au.